Welcome back to another video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and while you're down there, hit the like button and leave me a comment too. Let me know what you think is going to be the result of this video before we even get into it. So the name of this video is Dad Watches Adult Videos, OnlyFans, while 2-year-old bakes to death in hot car. That's crazy.
911, 911, please. My baby was in the car. She's not responsive.
The AC was on.
She's dead. We have nothing.
We'll be alright. So we can't let you do that right now.
You can stay in the room if you want, but I'm not gonna talk.
It's a scorching 109 degrees in Marana, Arizona on the late afternoon of July 9th, 2024. A frantic 911 call sends first responders racing to the aid of a 2-year-old child, found unresponsive after her father left her to sleep in the family's car. As investigators try to piece together what may have happened, unsettling discrepancies begin to emerge, and shocking evidence raises a haunting question. Was this a heartbreaking mistake or a catastrophe waiting to happen? The suspect in question and all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law.
It's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
Our lives have been literally perfect.
The panicked 911 call comes in around 4 p.m. from 37-year-old Christopher Schultes. As the dispatcher attempts to keep him calm, Marana County Police and first responders weave through the busy streets in a desperate race to get to the scene.
What are you reporting? She was in the car sleeping. She's unresponsive.
Okay, and who is she?
Please.
Who
My
is she?
daughter.
Is she still breathing?
No, she's not breathing right now.
Okay, we need to start CPR right now.
Yes, we are. We're starting CPR, yes. I'm so sorry.
Okay, is she breathing yet?
It was just like this. How long has it been? Half hour.
Cat.
It was, but it turned off.
They have started CPR. Mom is a doctor and is also performing CPR on the baby.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Come on, baby.
Deeper. Move on, give her breath.
Oh, baby.
By the time police arrive, paramedics have already taken over efforts to save the child, but the situation looks grim. As the temperature outside is boiling, they need to know how long she was exposed to the deadly heat.
Half hour, 45 minutes.
45 minutes, okay.
The car's been on.
She was left in the car after 45 minutes, but it was said it was on.
Was the air conditioning on?
Yes.
But I guess it turned off, right?
As the paramedics need space to work, Chris walks away from the desperate situation. The officers attempt to keep Chris calm as he experiences rapid shifts in his emotional state.
Chris. Oh yeah, let's get some work right now.
What's going on? Why are you with me?
Because we were first responders and we were on scene when they called us. The AC was on.
My worst nightmare. I have sciatica pain, so I can't be sitting down. Please, baby, please. Anything.
Despite their best efforts, the situation takes a dark turn.
I mean, I don't know if we should be the person to do everything now. She's dead. Like, I need to be with her right now.
Oh my God, I know. No. She's dead. We have nothing.
Sir, they're doing the best they can right now, okay?
Shortly after arriving at the hospital, 2-year-old Parker Schultes was pronounced deceased, a devastating result of intense heat stroke. While waiting with officers inside the house, Chris's demeanor continues to alternate between panicked and eerily calm.
This guy's throwing me off. What's he about to get? Let's see what he's about to get first. Okay, this dude's crazy. He is throwing me off. Maybe it's the mustache and he just looked like a weirdo, but why was the child in the car for 45 minutes, even if the AC was on? Why didn't you bring the child with you in the house? That don't even make no sense. And how did you not know that your car would turn off after 30 or 45 minutes when you left the child in the car? I don't get how you leave your child in the car. How are you walking through the house for 30 or 45 minutes doing whatever you're doing? And of course, we know he was watching them videos, and you don't realize, it's eerily quiet. Where's my baby at? And now he's out there getting a drink of water, getting ice cold water after he's just crying and no. Why you talking to me? I got sciatic pain. He's doing all these antics. Yeah, he guilty. I know they say wait until the court decides his guilt or his innocence. Nah, he guilty. Look at the way he's acting. He's acting like a straight weirdo. Lock him up. What is he doing? Look at him. What are you doing, dummy? You better start fake crying again. Look at him. That thing tooted up.
Can we get you anything?
No, he already got it.
What?
I can't believe this. This can't be good.
He's an awful actor.
She wants me to try and get her ride to the hospital.
Hey, we'll accommodate that for you, all right?
Lock him up already.
We're just gonna need to get a statement from you about what happened, what's been going on. Obviously, I know this isn't easy for you. Okay, it's not easy for anyone around right now.
As the officer prepares to get Chris's version of events, a group of investigators outside try to piece together what little information they have from the child's mother. However, a disturbing observation made by one of the paramedics will leave them questioning if there's more to the story than they've been led to believe.
Mom's an anesthesiologist, so Mom was working. Mom arrived, asked where the daughter was. Dad came out here, brought the kid in. It was like that. Mom started working on the kid at that point. Dad said the kid had been in the car for 45 minutes. AC was running.
So this car wasn't running when you guys got...
No, the car was not running.
Sounds like he was aware because he said he left the baby in the car to sleep and let the car run.
No medics were talking about rigor in there already.
While Parker's physical state upon the paramedics' arrival raises suspicions with the officers outside, Chris begins to explain his version of what happened.
My daughters were at Elevate with my friend next door. They got home about 2:45 or so. We've just been hanging out at home. She was sleeping in the car, and I had the car on. But it has a sensor where every 30 minutes or so it'll turn off if you haven't moved. I swore she was in the house playing with her sisters like she always does. I haven't been doing anything else really on the house. And like
What time?
well, we never do this anywhere, but I'm home, right? Like you're home, you're safe, you're like your kids are home.
Right. I'm sorry this is all going on.
We always park that car in the
another
garage
car.
usually, but I just got a Peloton recently, and the Peloton is in the garage now, so that's why it's not even in the garage. But
And how long was she sleeping in the car out there?
I want to say it was no more than 30, 45 minutes.
The chilling reality is that Parker remained in the driveway for far longer, a darker truth that will soon come to light with devastating implications. Meanwhile, as tensions simmer in the stifling heat outside, two officers take refuge in the shade and vent their mounting frustrations over the tragic situation.
No, summer one. That's it. Frustrates me the most. But the AC is on. No, I'm not missing.
Especially with this, it was directly, the back seats directly in the sun.
Oh, it was worse than that.
Yeah, it was worse.
The whole car was in the sun. You see that one car right here, because when we started making it to the car, along across the road, the hood was piping hot.
Now taking a break from questions, Chris makes a startling move that leaves officers stunned. As they attempt to relay the gravity of the situation, his willingness to cooperate takes a sharp turn.
Just to let you know, I don't want to feel like we're intruding, but we're gonna have to stand by with you for a while. All right.
Is there a reason why?
Yes.
So any death we have to treat like a crime scene. I know this is extremely difficult for you. This is a normal process that we have to follow through with. I don't want you to be blindsided by anything, but That's what's gonna be going on for right now, okay?
So I'm being treated like a murderer?
No,
I just lost my baby.
not at all. I know that. And I know this isn't easy for you. That's why I'm trying to be straightforward and honest with you, okay? I don't want to keep any secrets. I don't want to hide anything for you. Someone's going to talk to you about what happened, though. All right?
Lock him up. Lock him up.
We will keep you updated with everything.
He's saying he didn't do anything. That's the problem. You didn't take the baby out the car. Maybe if you did something, she would still be here. But you purposefully left that baby in the car for 30 to 45 minutes. And the officer said the back of the car is directly in the sun. The hood of the car was piping hot. You didn't do anything. That's the problem. And yes, you are a murderer, and I hope they take you to jail. And you can shower there, because it looked like he about to fire up the shower and get in it. No, you can shower at the jail. Keep all that stuff on you.
My whole family, my whole family's gonna be ruined.
Hate this dude.
We'll be all right. So we can't let you do that right now. We have to stand by with you. Okay? As soon as you can, we will let you
You
know.
can stay in the room if you want, but I'm gonna talk.
I know this isn't easy for you, but the quicker we get this done and finish up, the sooner you can be with your wife. All right?
I'm trying to
stand by
resolve
with you.
so I can go to the
I know,
hospital
but
to be with my wife.
we're not going to shower or anything right now. You need to stand by with us.
I don't understand why.
Okay? Please.
I don't understand why.
I tried explaining that to you. We just need to stand by
And
with
I'm
you.
standing by. Why can't I take
I
a
know.
shower while you stand by? What is?
It's not necessary right now. I'm not going to stand here and watch you shower.
After settling on a change of clothes, Chris is informed that his other two children, two girls ages 5 and 9, have arrived with their grandmother and are waiting for him outside. As he passes by, a keen-eyed officer spots that Chris is holding something in his hands that detectives will need to collect as evidence.
His phone.
He's got the shirt she was wearing. Are we going to need that?
Probably, yes.
So we're gonna need to take the dress. Okay?
Whoa.
Part of this scene, so we have to take her dress. We have to leave it here. He said we're doing the investigation still. We have to have her dress. We can't let you take her dress.
Investigators decide to let Chris go ahead to the hospital, opting to speak to both him and his wife later that evening. The following recorded interviews between them and the detective detail their version of what happened. But as you'll soon discover, shocking discrepancies and jaw-dropping evidence reveal a far more devastating series of events.
If you can walk me through the events, starting from obviously this morning and then to eventually you guys reaching out and calling 911.
Pretty normal morning. The girls woke up and one of their friends had asked them to, they wanted to go to Elevate with like their mom's friend. Their best friends live next door. Grandma was supposed to come get them. I think she showed up around like 10:30 or something, took them to Elevate.
As the older daughters left for the trampoline park, Parker was supposedly left alone in Chris's care. He next explains that he went to a doctor's office and took Parker along with him, only to discover that it was closed.
So then we just basically turned around and came home. And I looked at the clock and I remember thinking like, oh, I gotta get home because the girls are gonna probably head back soon. So we got home and the girls weren't home yet, but baby was sleeping in the car. And so I had taken some stuff inside and I had came back out and the girls were there. They had just pulled up. And so they came inside and I checked on the baby. She was still sleeping. And then came back inside. And that's where I just kind of like, I was, I don't know, thinking that she was.
So you took items and things into the house before you took your baby into the house. What? Where does that make any sense? What type of logical reasoning is that? I'm going to take items in the house before I take my baby in the house. What? This dude couldn't come up with a better lie and a better plot when he thought about doing this. This was intentional. I don't believe by any means he did this by accident. He really got some water, fake cried, drunk the water, got in the shower, fake cried before he almost got in the shower. Said, you could just watch me get in the shower. I got to rinse off because he got nut on his pants. This dude's nasty, bro. Lock him up. Lock him up. Lock him up.
Playing with her sisters.
Video should be 5 minutes.
Me coming home and thinking that, you know, the girls were going to be home, so I got to like come back in and out kind of thing.
You said the girls came home. Do you remember about what time that was?
I want to say it was like 2:30.
The next-door neighbor, whose kids went with Chris's older daughters earlier in the day, has a very different answer for what time the children came home.
And you said they got dropped off about when? What time?
Probably 1:30. I'm thinking like 1:15.
And then, do you remember what time you left to go to the clinic?
I don't.
Okay. You remember roughly about what time you got to the clinic and saw they were closed?
Probably about 2. Thank you.
Security footage from nearby businesses and Chris's own neighborhood paint a shockingly different picture, as we'll soon uncover. The discrepancies between his account and what the cameras captured will be impossible for detectives to ignore, especially as an even more startling pattern of behavior begins to surface.
So the girls get home about 2:30. You checked.
Still sleeping, and the car was still on.
Okay.
I think it's like every 30 minutes or something that like will turn off if you haven't moved the car.
I don't know. I think the lockout period for the car is like 20 minutes, if I were to guess.
Is that something that's happened before that you've noticed with the car? Or?
I've noticed the car stopping before just because I was sitting in it one time and not like having the anything going on and it just turns off, so I know that it does that at some point.
Crime scene investigators performed a test to replicate this event on Chris's car, and while the exact time varied between each test, the vehicle turned itself off consistently around the 20-minute mark. 1 hour after the engine shut off, investigators recorded the temperature of the back seat where Parker was left sleeping. It was a sweltering 149 degrees Fahrenheit.
And then you go inside. You guys are doing things as normal. Then what's next?
Girls were playing in their room on their iPads like they usually do. That's where I thought the baby was. Girl said hi, but the baby didn't come say hi to her, so that's when she was like, "Where's the baby?" I was like, "I don't know, I think she's sleeping." And my daughter started looking for her first, and the girl said that she was sleeping in the toy room, but when I got up and went in the toy room, she wasn't in there. And then we were like, And then I was just walking around the house, like checking the rooms and stuff, because I figured she was in one of the other rooms. And I went out in the driveway and checked her car.
Already, Chris's timeline casts doubts as it places Parker in the driveway from before 2:30 p.m. up until the 911 call was placed, much longer than the 30 to 45 minutes he originally claimed. These discrepancies won't escape these seasoned detectives, but the truth they uncover will be worse than they imagined.
And as far as letting sleep in the car, you've done that before with the kids?
No, not that I'm aware of.
And then, had you done anything like this before, where you just let her sleep in the car or anything like that?
No, that's normally. I mean, I have the girls with me usually, and their girls are always, good about like, "Dad, get the baby," like we'll walk to one side together.
I don't mean to be insensitive, but I have to ask these questions. Any issues at home? Any problems?
No, we have the perfect life. Like, I'm not even kidding. Every day we're just in awe of just how much we love each other, how perfect our girls are, just how full everything is. It's just, it's like baffling. I don't know. It's baffling that this happened.
While they both claim it's never happened before, security footage witnessed by police, along with more unsettling claims, will ultimately reveal the possibility of a disturbing pattern of behavior. On the morning of July 9th, the day of the incident, Chris allegedly pulled into a gas station at around 12:06 p.m. on his way to the doctor's office. He's seen entering by himself, and after buying 3 cans of beer, enters the bathroom. Only 1 can remained as he exited without paying around 12:10 p.m. Chris's vehicle is next seen arriving at the doctor's office at 12:12 p.m., hours before he originally claimed. His vehicle is then seen making a third stop at a Bosch's grocery store at 12:30 p.m. Cameras captured someone matching Chris's description entering the store at 12:40 p.m., once again alone. He's then seen returning to the vehicle at 12:47 p.m. At 12:47, neighborhood cameras captured Chris entering the neighborhood. The vehicle was captured pulling into the driveway at 12:53 p.m., where Parker was left asleep until 4:16 p.m. when the 911 call was placed. Parker Schultes remained in the driveway for more than 3 hours. The possibility that Parker was left unattended at each location may have been a shock to detectives, but to neighbors it was no surprise. After hearing troubling rumors circulating in their small neighborhood, investigators begin to question them and are shocked at the surprising allegations. Neighbors tell...
Let me just pause it right here. This is going to be my last pause before we finish it up. This man left his child in the car for 3 hours. He was also drunk. He was drinking beer. I don't know if he was drunk. He might have been tipsy. Drinking beer with his 2-year-old in the car. Going everywhere, lying, and the neighbors are catching on that this dude does this on the regular. This is crazy. This is crazy. How do you lie and say she was in there for 30 to 45 minutes when you left the baby in there for 3 hours? And I feel bad for the wife. I feel bad for the whole family. Rest in peace to the baby. The wife saying, we got the perfect life. She doesn't even know what's going on at home. She out there working, making a living, supporting the home and the household, making sure that the kids can be provided for, the husband can be provided for, and they can have this perfect ideal life that she has in her head and that she thinks they have in real life. And the dad's supposed to do his job and stay home, man the house, take care of the children, and he's out there getting drunk, partying, going to fake doctor's appointments, and leaving the child in the back of the car. Let's
police that there have been multiple incidents in which the older girls were rumored to be found lost and wandering the neighborhood, while Chris was nowhere to be found. As well, a second neighbor came forward to say she'd been involved in a number of search parties for the girls over the years and claimed that while Chris was home, he would have no clue they even left the house. While Chris and his wife both adamantly denied regularly leaving their children alone, disturbing text messages surfaced between the two that seemed to contradict their claims. In this exchange, which took place just after Parker was taken to the hospital, the messages read, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" To which Chris replies, "I'm sorry. Detectives are coming for me. I'm going to prison. I killed our baby." Additionally, in the months leading up to Parker's untimely death, the mother accused Chris of driving under the influence with the girls in the car. As well, it appears that Chris admits to speeding at nearly 140 miles per hour with one of the children in the back.
Let's read this message. It says, "Why were you going 138 miles per hour with our baby in the car with alcohol in your system?" And he replies, "You hate me. And she was sleeping. It's fine." Okay. This dude is sick. Put him under the jail. And she was sleeping. It's fine. What does her sleeping mean? She is physically in the car. If you got pulled over or in an accident, she is still in the car. Stop saying you hate me when you keep making blank decisions. Okay. And she and the wife said this is a perfect life that they live in. She was trying to cover up for him. But this dude is crazy. He either has an alcohol addiction, some type of addiction, there's some type of mental illness. I'm not even going to say it's mental illness. I'm going to say this dude is sick. He's gross. I'm going to save the rest of my comments. Come on.
Seat. One burning question still remains. What Chris was doing while Parker was supposedly trapped in the scorching vehicle for over 3 hours.
Between 2:30 and then when came home, what were you doing?
Working on laundry. The Office was on TV. Was drinking a Dr. Pepper. Done a little vacuuming on the stuff in the house. It was just like a lounge around the house day.
A search of Chris's phone may shed even more light on his activities at the time. Shockingly, around 2 p.m. while Parker slept in the hot car, Chris may have been browsing for men's clothing and searching for adult videos, raising chilling questions about his priorities and state of mind. With enough probable cause to make an arrest, police once again returned to the home on July 12th, just 3 days after Parker's tragic death.
Hey, how you doing? I'm all right. You have Chris come out to us, please.
So, based off of our investigation at this point, right, we have determined that there's probable cause to go ahead and charge you for what happened. Okay?
That right there.
Let's come out here, Christopher.
No.
It's okay.
No.
Okay. So, listen.
No.
Listen. Okay. This doesn't change what's This doesn't change what's going on. Okay. what happens at this point, it's simple, okay? What happens at this point is you are going to be taken into custody, all right? And you will be booked. And then after you are booked, you have an initial appearance with the judge within the first 24 hours, okay? After the first 24 hours, right, the judge will determine bond and things like that as far as what happens next. At that point, the case goes to the courts. It'll be between you, it'll be between your attorneys, and it'll be between the county prosecutor, okay? So, again, I can't change the consequences of what happened, all right? But what I'm going to ask of you. Okay.
Come on, Chris. Let's go over here. Can you grab him some shoes, please? No.
They're right there. They're right there. Let me put shoes on.
That's right. Can I just ask one thing, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you say bye to our kids?
Okay.
Please.
So listen to what I'm saying.
I'm not resisting.
I know.
Just please.
Just relax. Just relax, Christopher.
I need you to listen.
Just
okay?
relax.
We will
Just
get your
relax. Just relax.
The timing of the arrest doesn't sit well with Chris's wife and mother, who express their concerns as well as their harsh opinions about the officers themselves.
Just you guys two, we're trying to make this as little of a scene as possible. So I don't think we wait till after the funeral.
I don't want the kids to see Dad get hauled off.
Seriously.
That's going to be between you and the court.
Can I give him a kiss?
Yeah.
There you go.
Chris, I'm gonna be here and I'll take care of everything.
Seriously.
The funeral is Friday. No heart. No heart at all.
As officers prepare for transport, they make one final consideration given the extreme temperatures.
Anything inside your pockets? You just have to, it's standard, okay?
Hey, Brooks, on the AC, look on the bottom, it says rear. Let's get the AC.
No.
As good as I can do my chance.
We'll do a second.
Thank you.
Christopher Schultes was arrested and booked into the Pima County Adult Detention Center. He's been indicted on charges of second-degree murder and child abuse related to the death of Parker Schultes. While he was later released pre-trial services, the court had asked for a $1 million bond. During his second showing at the court in August 2024, Schultes pleaded not guilty to the charges. The charges have now been escalated to first-degree murder and...
Thank you. First and child abuse. And the wife is enabling it. I don't know if that's the mother that's there saying the police are evil. Why are they enabling this guy and defending this dude who obviously did something wrong? Why are they blaming the police for what he did wrong? This doesn't make any sense. Talking about bring him to the funeral. Why? He's the murderer. Without him, there is no funeral. He's the cause. And y'all trying to defend him and support him? What are you talking about? And the wife has the text messages of them where he's driving recklessly drunk with the baby in the car, and she's still defending him. This is a nasty family. Lock all of them up. All of them nasty. The mama enabled it after he was driving drunk with the baby in the car at 138 miles per hour. You should not have let him stay with those children again. He obviously has a drinking problem, and I told you that mustache threw me off from the beginning. This dude's a weirdo. He's a creep. He's in the house looking up these videos and shopping while the baby's been in the car for more than 3 hours in 137-degree weather. You got the neighbors talking about how there are multiple times where the other kids are walking around and they have to have a search party, which is more, that's pretty huge to have a search party. Maybe if you just have somebody look for them or one neighbor helps, but a search party means there are multiple people looking for these children and you have no idea where they are. And I'm going to assume that he was drunk during those search parties or when the children left the house, and that's why he was unaware of their whereabouts. And so this is a terrible and disgusting situation, and the wife knew about it. She saw all the signs, but she continued to ignore them, and she's supporting this monster. That's disgusting. That's ridiculous. Look at those eyes. This dude is evil. I'm glad they escalated the charges. Guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm out of here. Peace.